Hey you guys, it's me Keisha B. I'm back with another video. If you want to see how I made this easy, quick, and simple non-bake lemon icebox pie, just keep watching. Okay, first you're going to need an 8-ounce container of Kraft Cool Whip, not the generic kind. Please go with Kraft. You'll thank me later. You're also going to need the juice of 3 to 4 lemons, depending on how tart you like your pie. 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. I don't believe the brand matters. I use Nestle's just as long as it's sweetened condensed milk. And 1 ready-made graham cracker pie crust. And your garnish, if you choose to use that. Grab your bowl, and we're going to get started. You'll crack open that 8-ounce container of Cool Whip. You're only going to use half. You're going to set aside the remainder of the Cool Whip in the refrigerator because we're going to use the rest to put on top of our mix, which will be towards the end of the video. You'll see. So that's pretty much half of what you're going to use. Now we'll open our sweetened condensed milk and we'll just pour that all on top of the whipped cream. Now let me preface with, if you're on a diet, this is not the pie for you. This pie is full of God's blood, sweat, and tears for his children. It's so amazing and so sweet and so good. Thank you, God, for your awesomeness and lemon icebox pie. So when I'm mixing my ingredients together, I actually just like to use a rubber spatula. The ingredients are soft enough to where you don't need that extra elbow grease with like a hand mixer. And I just find that the rubber spatula gets every nook and cranny out of the bowl when you're getting ready to pour it into the pie shell or whatever you're cooking. A rubber spatula is life. Like if you are a fat girl like me, you don't want to leave anything behind, especially when it's so good. So just mix that all together, or fold. Once you're done with that, you're going to grab a bowl and a strainer and you're going to juice your lemons. The strainer is going to catch the seeds, and if you like, you can actually fish out the pulp to add to your mix if you want it to be either more sour or more tart. But if you prefer a more subtle hint of lemon in your pie, of course you can leave that step out. So we'll just pour the juice in the bowl. And I like to add the lemon juice 2 to 3 tablespoons at a time. Once you pour it all in the bowl and it's too strong, you can't do anything to make it not as strong. So it's best to add the lemon juice a little bit at a time. So we're mixing again, of course, making sure that's all incorporated. And I just like to taste it to see where I'm at with the flavor. And of course, I needed a little bit more lemon juice. And that's pretty much all I used. Now, if you are a frequent Snapchatter, then you would be holding your phone while you're cooking. So this is a great way to make sure your bowl is steady while you're holding your phone and you're mixing. Tip of the day. So now we'll open our Keebler graham cracker pie crust. Be careful when you are taking that lid out. You don't want to crack the pie crust. You're going to set the lid aside because you're going to cover your pie once it's all complete and done. So we'll take our mix, we'll pour it into the graham cracker pie crust shell. That was a mouthful. There's my rubber spatula, getting every nook and cranny out of that bowl. I'm scraping some more. I'm still scraping. I'm scraping again. I'm still scraping. Y'all thought I was playing. Now I'm going to go ahead and spread that all throughout my pie crust shell. Make sure it's nice and even. And I need to leave about 1.5 inches of pie crust left because that's where we're going to take our reserved whipped cream and add it on top of the mix once this has solidified in the freezer. So that looks about nice and leveled and evened out. And I'm going to grab another rubber spatula. Yeah, this is not a game. And I'm getting the rest of that off the other rubber spatula. I don't play, okay? If you thought you was here to play games, you came to the wrong place. So we're gonna pop this in the freezer and we're gonna let that solidify for about 2 to 3 hours. I know that's a long time, but this is what you should be left with when you pull it out of the freezer after. It's nice, it's firm, and we're gonna take that whipped cream and we're gonna spread it on top of our mix. Nice and leveled out, nice and even. Make sure you hit every corner with that whipped cream. And in reference to garnish, you guys, blueberries is one of many you can actually add to this pie. You can thinly slice strawberries, you can add mint, whatever type of fruit you want to add to it. Just make sure it's not tart because you've already added a tart ingredient. But just anything to put on top of the pie to make it look pretty. So we're going to pop that back in the freezer, and this is what we are left with. Lemon icebox pie, non-bake, super simple, super easy. Now, I did kind of take this out of the freezer before it was time. So when I cut it, the whipped cream was left on the knife. That's not supposed to happen, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Because what we want to make sure is that the mix is solidified. So we're just going to cut that a nice little slice. This pie is so easy and so good, you guys. You can impress a lot of people with this pie because it's super simple. And you just add your garnish and that's it. Lemon icebox pie. You don't have to turn your oven on. 3 to 4 ingredients and just super delicious, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like the video. You can also share it. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more videos with me in the kitchen, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.